So it has been a slow night so far, and nothing, 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 nothing. Nope. Okay, so this is one of the garage door dumpsters, and as you can see, it is packed. Alright, so this is the wire that I get out of here, along with other tidbits. It's just stripping. More wire, so we're already easily up to a pound. And a little bit more down there. Wire. Separate as much trash out and then just dump it all into the tote and deal with the rest of it later. Got 2 strings there. Couple of boards. I almost passed this one over thinking that I'd already went through it another night. Lots of, ooh, clothing. I don't know if I want to deal with clothing. Nice bag of screws. These are, yeah, precision door service. And then we've got more of them. I don't know. Can you maybe donate them? Could, I guess, just take the whole box, huh? Probably be easier at this point. Goodwill will take them. Oh. Well, I'll just have to take another box. Yeah, I'll stick them all in this when I get down there. Okay, that I've already been through. More goodies. Usually I do this from inside, but it's so stuffed that it's hard to walk around in there. So about half as much as I normally get. Still not too bad. It's about 20 pounds of shredding wire. Okay, so in this one, I forgot to hit record. I've been poking around and I just came across these Starburst minis. So I'm sure they're expired, but they're candy. So sure lasts forever. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I haven't really been eating a lot of sweets lately. And I brought 2 of the same gloves, so I'm gloveless for one hand. And more back there. I'm not. That Snickers box is empty. I've seen that before. And I was gonna grab these cups, but they're way too deep for what I'd need them for. So I don't know. This is something else. That just fell in the schmutz. And again, because the first time wasn't good enough. Grated Parmesan cheese. Easy kettle cleaner. Ouch, I smacked my head. That's empty. I think that's it. Now, keep banging my head. I have seen all of these socks. They're brand new. I don't know if they were like a giveaway or something. But, you know what? I'll go ahead, since I've already got the shirts, and see if I got any matching pairs. Wash them and donate them. Because, man, I don't know what you can see here. I think that's about it. Yeah, I mean, they got like dust on them and stuff. But yeah, I think that's about it. All right, so I'm gonna grab my Starburst. I've got all these socks over here. See if I can't find some matching sets. All right, so I don't see anything sticking out of the top of this one anymore. It is mostly empty, but we do have a couple of garage doors. So take that. Don't want the cardboard. Smells like lunch. These, since I've got pretty much an empty truck, even though they're short, I'll probably bend them up, throw them in the back, rather than have them overhang. Got some metal cordage here. That is just plastic. Brackets. Oh man, these are nice and heavy. Just use the box to transport. Some burning wood. That be it. So, not too bad. A little something. Been kind of a skimpy night yet tonight. Might be able to take those. Might as well get in this one because I see some bits at the bottom too. So is, that's cast aluminum. There's a lot of wire in there anyway. And actually, quite a bit of wire. See some batteries. See a battery there. Is that? No, that's just another, I don't know, unit. I think that's plastic though. That's empty, which is good because it was nasty anyway. That is heavy. Could be aluminum. Hear that? Yeah, thing's rotating. It's not hooked to anything, so it must be a battery in there. That's gonna be annoying. Okay, there we go. Let's see it. Okay, so these are punctured. I can take them. I'll drop them outside with the box for now, because then they won't roll all over the place. Yep. These are each about 8-9 pounds. So 80 cents a piece. That is heavy. Whatever that is. Lunch cans I don't do. These are, yeah, I do believe that's it. Other than there's wire in there. And some more. There's probably some copper contacts there. No, I don't see anything pretty disgusting beyond what I found. So, what's in there? No, just lunch. Okay, check these out quick. Oh, one thing in there, and it's metal. That is a taller dumpster. Let's see if I can just go. Let's take it out over the top. Nice. All right, let's see what's in this one. Just wood. Some nice lawn, but I don't need any. Just shrink wrap. Yeah, it's just all junk. So for a while, this was my favorite open top. I found tons of electronic stuff in here. And yeah, they must have been either moving out or remodeling or something, because now it's all drywall and studs many months later. So I am short on scrap today, so I guess I'll go ahead and grab it. But I am going to grab my drill so that I can get the hardware off the door. So shouldn't be too hard to get at a lot of this stuff. I don't know how far I'm gonna dig, but start with this. Get it out of the way. Man, that is heavy, heavy door. More door frames. Those are good steel to turn in. It's probably steel, but I'm here. It was easy enough to get at. I don't know about the doorknob. I don't carry a sledgehammer. I don't know if there's gonna be... Man, that door was solid. Make a great workbench. Worry about that later. So yeah, I'm not, again, just gonna throw crap in my truck because this stuff's gonna have to be put in a certain way. Now we can, oh, stay. Start throwing stuff down at this end. This stuff does bend up easy enough. I don't know if I'll bend it or not, we'll see. Might be easier just to throw it on the top rail there. Each one of these maybe weighs 3 pounds. It could be more since the weight's spread out, but so about 27 cents a piece, maybe a quarter. If it is actually 3 pounds. I mean, this stuff is super light. I'm not going to show all these, and I can't go in time lapse because it drives people insane because I keep flipping my head around and then fast forward. It gives people the I don't know what do you call that, vertigo or something? I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna pick out these pieces and then come back when I uncover more of this. Getting rather dusty, so I'm gonna pull some of this easy stuff out. And load up the truck with all this stuff, so that's what I got and that there. There's 2 more of the long ones. Hope for the dust to settle. And then maybe dig around a little bit more. Yeah, that one. A short piece. When this stuff is straight, it's actually not too bad to take, but when it is bent up, it's just like spaghetti. It gets caught in everything. use that as leverage to see what else is underneath here. Grab that, and that. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that stuff down there. I'll grab this stuff and this. That's gonna be it. So that is it in this dumpster. After spending way too much time on this and having the wrong set of Allen wrenches, I think I have this apart enough to get it apart completely. I hope, because it's been a huge pain. There we go. Okay. That was more trouble than it was worth, but I got it. So this one I was just going to pull a few things out of. There's just a lot of dust, and I was actually going to skip it, and I saw a few things in here that might be worthwhile, and realized that there's exit signs which usually have batteries to them, and these usually have some hardware in them. So yeah, like this one. Yeah, I want the transformers and everything, so yeah, I'll take the whole thing. So the lead acid batteries I turn in, I don't know, I get about 10 cents a pound or 20 cents a pound, I forget, but worthwhile. And this one, that's pretty heavy, so I guess it probably has batteries in it as well, or a battery. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too nuts. This is a lot of dust sitting here again, but looking underneath here, doesn't look like there's too much opportunity anyway. A few pieces of ceiling grid. I already looked at those boxes. And a lot of this is what I opened the other night when I found a lot of conduit like this, full of wire like that one is. And metal box. Footing is not too good here. Another piece of wire. Yeah, looking underneath all this, it's just plastic. That's some number one. That's the stringy stuff. That's like 6 to 8 feet of that stuff all wrapped up. It's like spaghetti. I don't touch it because it just is such a hassle to deal with. Alright, so a lot of this looks a little bit the same. This was all new, and I'm not going to move more than I did, so not too bad. A couple of dollars worth of batteries. Okay, so this place tonight has had quite a bit of activity. Ooh, so I wanted to get in and out of here as quick as I could, but I don't think that's going to be as easy as I wanted to do, because I poked my head in here earlier and saw a bunch of stuff. I don't know what it is. It's just gonna come with me. at all those peanuts. So these are some kind of light fixture. These two. That's empty. These are full. What? I don't know. That is another light fixture. Okay. And man, something else metal. This is all metal. This was a lot more than I bargained for. Oh man, all of that. That is plastic. That's metal. Lamp holders, yeah, that's all metal. Oy. Okay, cleared that out. That is. I need to go out and make room in the truck before I keep throwing more stuff. That is glass. These are all glass. I know people think I should take these. What am I gonna do with them? Oh, man. I don't know. I'll decide. Really. Box. Holy cow. Oh man, there's no good way to do this. Wow. Sort of worked. No. Yes. Yes. Don't need. I don't want to mess with that right now. Man. Plastic. Alright, I think what I need to do is sort a little bit. That's a lot of wire. wire. This is just to get out of this area and then sort it. I think that's everything for now. Let's get the rest of it. And sorry, my light is dying. So hopefully you can still see somewhat. There's something in that. That's metal. Don't know what all those are. Pocket light. Definitely no being quiet, huh? Last time I was here, I saw the cleaning lady come out. I think she saw me poke that in and went right back in. Okay, we're getting close to the bottom. Oh, nice. Too much sorting. Just want what I can get. Alright, so I think I got everything. Those are just plastic. That's all plastic. That is more of those little things, whatever those are. Sometimes these things will sell in bulk. And okay, it's empty. That's all paperwork. Got it all. Already did that corner. Okay, now all I gotta do is somehow pull that out. Just need it to barely stay up till I can grab it. Okay, come on, don't bust on me. That was close, and I'm caught. All I want to do is get out of this complex, just in case. Okay. Close this back up. Okay, so it ended up being a very slow start to the night. Ended up finishing pretty well with all these light fixtures out of the one dumpster. I know some of these kind of get repetitive, these dumpsters, but I've got to hit them while they're hot because they don't always last. So it does rotate every month or so. Like 3 or 4 will be really good and then they'll die. And then hopefully I find more after that, which has been the case lately. So this is what I got in the back. It was kind of damp last night, but I don't think these boxes got too wet. I don't think anything inside got too wet, but I need to get into all this stuff and figure out what I've got. So this is just a metal light case or something. I'll look some of this stuff up on eBay too, but I'll go ahead and unload all this with a few things I have in the cab as well. I shouldn't have to touch this shred material because I'm going to add all this to it and probably go for a shred run later today so that I don't have to deal with all this 3 times. So that is the plan. I'll come back and show you what I ended up with. Okay, so before I get too far, I want to show you what I got as far as the lighting goes because a lot of this is getting trashed. But I did pull this thing out of here. And this is a portable track bending machine. I don't know if it's something maybe I could use. It does look to be complete. There's one on sale on eBay for like 80 bucks, but it's not sold and there's nothing in the sold column. So not sure what I'm gonna do with this, but I'll hold on to it. This stuff here is part of a kit. I don't know what was removed and what is needed. So something like this glass globe, I might try to sell if I can see that it's complete. This part here is just getting trashed. It's all steel. The globes I did, or they're not globes, but covers. Some of them, they're pretty dusty. So I don't know what I'll do with them. I'll probably put like a few dollars on Facebook and just say take all of them. These trim pieces for lighting, I believe, is not listed on eBay. There's no past sales. I think I found like one thing where when they gave away free shipping with it, it came out to practically nothing. So for that reason, all of those are getting trashed. They're just steel, so they're all going into shred, not dealing with it. This stuff here is all exterior lighting, it looks like, and I'm just going to pull out all the plastic, throw that away, and then cut off all the cord. And I'll have some cordage there at $1.50 a pound, so there's probably a few pounds in there. Stuff like this that is open without packaging. I don't know if it was something that didn't work and they put back, or it's missing parts, or they cannibalized the box and took parts out that they needed for something else. So for that reason, I'm cutting out the wire and that's getting scrapped. This thing here, I looked up and I don't see anything like it online. A lot of this stuff is really old, the dates. So for that reason, something like this, I'm gonna take out the micro scrap type stuff, and that's also getting scrapped. I'm not dealing with missing parts or returns because it didn't work or anything like that. This here, same thing, that's all shred. I haven't actually looked in this box. I don't even know what this is. And if it has a cord I can plug in, I can check it. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and check that, see what kind of deal that is. It says, no, it doesn't say anything on it, some kind of signal something. All this stuff, this is track lighting, that's gonna be trashed. This here is an open, or a complete box. These are accessory parts. These might actually have some value. I'll check on that first. The rest of this looks like to be a bunch of shred material, a bunch of wire, miscellaneous bits and pieces. There is a box here at the bottom, which is very heavy. So this is Seagull lighting, and I don't know, like I said, I just don't know if this stuff's been used. I don't want to deal with returns. That's super heavy if I had to pay return shipping on that. I'm not going to deal with it. So for that reason, this low voltage power controller, I'm going to pop it open. I'm going to take the cord off and scrap that out. This stuff here, it just says mounting screws, so more shred material. So all of this will get micro scrapped where I can, and that's going to be definitely a few dollars. I can see there's a little bit of aluminum in there, there's wire, and then there's the rest will be shred. I don't know if I looked. Yeah, this here, same thing. It looks to be a kit. It might all be together, but again, I don't know anything about these, and you know, I'll look it up and see if there's any value there, but more than likely not. Almost everything that I've looked up has not panned out, with the exception of these tiny little things that probably someone was screaming at the computer or the screen saying, why are you picking up this little stuff? Because I learned long ago that this little stuff usually is worth more than the bigger stuff, and I'm right. On eBay, this stuff is actually selling 10 of these for $20 to $25 plus shipping, and I've got a ton of them. This whole box was full of them. Every bag is full of 10. I probably picked up at least 50 of these things, if not more. So yeah, each one of these bags is about $20 on eBay, and if I undercut everybody just to get rid of them quick, maybe I'll add even more, put 12 of them up for the same price, because a lot of them are in individual packs. So that there, there's probably, I'll just be conservative and say there's 50 bucks in those alone. This quartz light, I didn't actually look this one up, but if it's complete, I'll look and see if there's any value to that. A lot of this stuff, if I did get any hits, it was just a couple of dollars plus free shipping, like $10 in free shipping. How do people do that? I don't know. This thing, number written on the box, but that is it, and it's this inside. I looked that up on eBay, nothing. That I've already looked at. So a lot of this other stuff, this is just a lot of the small stuff that was in the boxes. Again, miscellaneous parts. This might be aluminum track, could also be plastic, I don't know. So onto this stuff. This is a really nice light. This is steel. However, it's got this weird, you can't just plug it into the wall. You have to, and it has, that's probably why it was thrown back in the box. It's got a little bit of something on it, or it's been scraped. I think that's what it was. It was scraped, and that's why it was thrown back in the box. I looked it up. This actually dates to 2004. So for that reason is probably why I didn't find anything on eBay. And both ends have these connector ends, so it's part of a wiring harness and not just a plug into the wall. For that reason, I'm probably just going to scrap it out, take the wire out, and throw the rest into shred steel. This thing here, again, nothing on eBay, nothing sold, nothing listed. However, I've got two of them, and they are exterior lights. So I'll probably try to sell these on Facebook. They look to be complete if I don't break them. And that is something that I actually will try to resell. This here was also on eBay, but nothing in the sell column. Only one was listed for like 30 bucks. So maybe I'll try listing that for 10 plus shipping and see what happens. This here, can't find anything on it, but this is one of the few boxes that I completely opened up new. And it is a, I'm sorry, that went with something else. It is a canopy light. So this is it here. Everything looks to be complete. I will probably just, I don't know, show a picture of that on Facebook along with the color of the trim and the glass part here, because it's marbleized. So the camera cut off. So anyway, I will put that on Facebook and just see if I can't get a few dollars. I think this is pretty much the same thing, but I don't know if all the parts are there. That's probably going to get scrapped out. These here are just like pocket lights, and I'm not sure exactly what this thing is. It's just a huge void. There's a wire in there, and that's it. I don't know if this is complete or not, so for that reason, these are also getting scrapped out. There's all my Starbursts. My girlfriend actually likes those. They are expired. I tried them last night, and they're pretty decent, so I will go ahead and keep it. The Parmesan cheese is just little packets. These are just recently expired. I don't know if we'll use that stuff or not, or just get it tossed. And then All of this other stuff is mostly just shred. There's a few items that I need to take apart. I plugged that one thing in, and that's what it says, X-ray in use. I'm actually going to keep it. I think it's kind of cool. Then I decided to micro scrap everything out. So this is all of my trash and recyclable cardboard and paper. I've got to go through all this. It's going to take me a little while, and hopefully I have enough room in my trash and recycling containers along with this stuff here. This is all the shred material. I was just bulky. Unfortunately, 90% of the wire inside this stuff was all aluminum. I don't really get anything hardly for aluminum wire when I take it in, so I just throw it in with the shred, that, and also this bucket here. I did end up with about 25 pounds of wire and minimum $1.50 a pound, so not too bad there. There's some good wire in there. This is all number one, about 3 to 4 pounds of it. And then other stuff back in here, that's all copper, and that's all garage wire. I've got in this bucket here stainless steel and aluminum breakage. This is all power supplies, batteries, and transformers, and that is probably 25 pounds. So I think I get at least 20 cents a pound for the stuff in there, about maybe a little bit less, but still not too bad. All of this is aluminum, casting sheet, and other, maybe a little bit of brass in there as well. This I ended up taking off of that one unit, and it's about 8 pounds of cast aluminum. So at 70 cents a pound, that's not too bad there. And this is the stuff that I decided to keep and try to resale, along with that box there, the chandelier type thing. And then this here is the one unit that I'm keeping, the bender, as well as some green boards. So all in all, not too bad. Definitely a few bucks, but did take me quite a while to break all that stuff down. I think it's going to end up paying off in the end, though, because I got a lot of shred material out of that. Now I've got that ready to go for this stuff, and I'm going to take it all to the shred pile. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you later.